Whoever loves you well will make you cry. This old saying, rooted in tradition, has unfortunately shaped parenting practices for generations. But what if this seemingly harmless belief system hides a darker truth? What if the very act meant to discipline and correct inflicts lasting wounds, invisible to the naked eye? Emerging research from leading institutions like the American Psychological Association and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention paints a sobering picture of the impact of physical punishment on young minds. These findings challenge deeply held beliefs, urging us to confront the uncomfortable reality of the legacy of corporal punishment. It's time to leave behind the shadows of anecdotal justifications and examine the solid evidence. The science is clear. Physical punishment, in any form, is not only ineffective but also harmful to a child's well-being. The path to a better future for our children begins with understanding the true cost of our actions. The human brain, especially in its developmental stages, is incredibly malleable. Every interaction shapes the neural pathways that govern our emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. Physical punishment disrupts this process, leaving lasting marks on a child's mental and emotional landscape. Studies reveal a strong correlation between physical punishment and mental health problems. Anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder are common among those who experienced corporal punishment. The trauma can affect a child's self-esteem, emotional regulation, and well-being. Research highlights a link between physical punishment and increased aggression in children. The act intended to curb unwanted behaviors unintentionally reinforces them. Children subjected to corporal punishment are more likely to exhibit bullying tendencies and have difficulty managing anger. A child's behavior is a form of communication. Physical punishment silences their attempts to communicate their needs and frustrations. This teaches them that violence is an acceptable response to stress and conflict. The repercussions of physical punishment extend far beyond immediate behavioral problems, casting a long shadow over an individual's life trajectory. These consequences have significant societal implications, affecting our communities and the world at large. Research reveals a strong correlation between physical punishment and negative social outcomes. Individuals who experienced corporal punishment are more likely to engage in criminal behavior and have substance abuse problems. These findings highlight the domino effect on our collective well-being. We need a societal shift in how we address children's behavior. Investing in positive parenting programs and promoting nonviolent disciplinary techniques are crucial steps. It's time to break the cycle and embrace positive parenting alternatives. The good news is that there are effective and compassionate alternatives to physical punishment. Positive parenting approaches, based on empathy, understanding, and consistent communication, offer a path towards raising resilient and well-adjusted children. The American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry advocates for positive parenting techniques such as setting clear expectations, establishing consistent boundaries, and using natural consequences to teach responsibility. These methods focus on guiding children towards responsible decision-making, fostering their emotional intelligence, and building a strong and trusting bond between parent and child. Positive reinforcement, a cornerstone of this approach, involves recognizing and rewarding desired behaviors. This could be as simple as praising a child for completing their chores, expressing appreciation for their efforts, or spending quality time engaging in their interests. By focusing on the positive, we nurture their self-esteem, foster a growth mindset, and create a more harmonious family dynamic. Additionally, effective communication is paramount. Creating a safe space where children feel heard, validated, and understood is essential for addressing challenging behaviors. When children feel comfortable expressing their emotions without fear of judgment or punishment, we can guide them towards developing healthy coping mechanisms and peaceful conflict resolution. It's time for action to forge a better future for our children. The evidence is undeniable. Physical punishment is a relic of the past, a harmful practice that has no place in a modern and compassionate society. It's time to evolve our parenting practices, embracing science-backed approaches that prioritize children's well-being and nurture their full potential. Let's leave behind the outdated notion of whoever loves you well will make you cry, and instead equip ourselves with the knowledge and tools to raise resilient, empathetic, and responsible individuals. Raising children is undoubtedly one of life's most challenging yet rewarding tasks. Let's face this challenge with open hearts, informed minds, and a commitment to breaking the cycle of violence for good. Join the movement towards positive parenting. Let's raise a generation that understands the power of empathy, embraces peaceful conflict resolution, and thrives in an environment of love, respect, and understanding. Remember, the greatest legacy we can leave is not one of punishment and fear, but one of compassion, resilience, and hope.